This is News 6 at 6 a.m. Getting results.
Good morning, Central Florida. Happy Sunday. You're watching News 6 Getting Results. I'm Jerry Askin. What did he say to you?
He just tried to approach me. I just protected myself.
Yusuf, were you drinking and driving?
No.
Were you drinking and driving? Were you
No.
on drugs at the time?
No.
Any response to the victim's family?
I'm really sorry.
And you don't have an estimation on when that will happen?
Well, we're going to make an announcement pretty soon.
Who dropped the ball here?
A man is in jail this morning for causing a 6-hour standoff and barricading himself inside of a hotel in Daytona Beach. Some local law enforcement leaders call them the most effective crime-fighting tool ever. Here's the scene right behind me. You see it's very active right now. Again, from what I can tell you, deputies told us they got a call about a man here. I'll be asking deputies here first thing in the morning more about a motive and possible suspects. Jury selection for this trial could last up to a week or even longer. Things could have been much worse, and they're so thankful their grandkids were not riding in the back seat where you can see their shattered glass. We just saw a few protesters make their way down the Wall Street here to Orlando City Hall, and right now they're at Orlando Police Department. You can see sort of a clear divide here.
News 6's Jerry Askin is covering this situation on the ground for us tonight. So first off, Jerry, how is that deputy doing tonight?
Well, Matt, that deputy, we're told, is recovering, and that's what the latest we've gotten from the Brevard County Sheriff's Office. Here's a look now at the scene here in West Melbourne. You see deputies and crime scene tape surrounding a car there at last check. They also told us one person is dead and 2 deputies are now on paid leave for their involvement in today's shooting. It happened just before 2 p.m. today here along US 192 off of Interstate 95 in Brevard County. From Sky 6, we saw the large scene, including at least 2 cars surrounded by crime scene tape. The Brevard County Sheriff's Office confirming a deputy was shot during a traffic stop.
During that traffic stop, one of the occupants of the vehicle opened fire on the deputy sheriffs. Our deputies returned fire, defending their lives. The shooter in this case is deceased.
At this time, they haven't released details regarding what led up to the fatal traffic stop. They say one deputy was shot and injured, but should be okay. The shooting closing portions of Interstate 95 in Brevard County.
There's no suspect that's at large, there's no threat to the community, and it was all contained right there during that traffic stop incident.
This thing has to stop. We're out of worry.
Suet Hassemi says she saw the aftermath.
We got so scared, we saw the policeman, he's on the floor.
The guy was pointed in to
No, he's looking, yeah, he's looking to see who's in the car.
Yeah, back live here. Deputies haven't yet released how many people, if any others, were in that vehicle when the traffic stop happened or what led up to that traffic stop shooting. They also haven't yet released the name of the shooter or those 2 deputies involved. Of course, we're on the scene working to find out more. We're live here in Brevard County near West Melbourne. Jerry Askin, Getting Results, News 6. You know, ladies, what a mess. In fact, as you mentioned, the owner was in tears today. She told me here at June Beauty Supply, thieves took about $40,000 worth of wigs and jewelry from her store here. Thankfully, the whole thing was caught on camera, and she's hoping someone knows something.
I'm hoping, as a result of me doing this, the public, somebody will know who these people are, and they'll be caught.
An emotional plea for help. June Moore wants the 4 masked thieves here in this video seen ransacking her beauty supply store around 2:30 Wednesday morning to pay.
My goal is to get them caught and press charges.
She owns June Beauty Supply here in Altamont Springs, and she told me this hurts.
It's just hard to work hard, and they just come in and do this. It's not right.
And look at this man seen holding a crowbar that Moore says was used to break in. Once inside, the guys could be seen taking high-end custom-made wigs, hair bundles, and jewelry, and then driving off in this black SUV. And Moore told me she hopes that someone will recognize the people seen in that video, especially after expensive wigs like this one were stolen. And she told me she believes her business may have been targeted.
They went exactly where they needed to go, the most expensive things, and that's what they took.
help us identify these subjects.
This coming after video showed a similar break-in not far away at Sassy Sisters Boutique back in December. Police say in that case, thieves stole $13,000 worth of wigs.
That is something that the investigators will look into. At this time, it's too early to tell whether or not they're connected.
Back here at June Beauty Supply, the owner has a message for the guys who stole from her.
Get a job, work, do something. I don't know how they can sleep at nights doing what they do. Obviously, they don't sleep.
Yeah, back live here at June Beauty Supply, and police say they're adding patrols here in this area. If you can recognize the men seen in that video, you're asked to call the Altamont Springs Police Department or Crime Line right away. You may be eligible for a cash reward of up to $5,000, and you can remain anonymous. We're live here in Altamont Springs in Seminole County. I'm Jerry Askin, getting results. News 6.
I yelled to kids, get down, get down.
Yulia Jerbut said she woke up hours after her 36th birthday to sounds of bombings near her home in Kyiv.
I've seen an explosion.
She grabbed her 2 sons and they took shelter inside this sauna in their basement.
There were like 7 or 8 helicopters, like really huge military helicopters.
They arrived in Central Florida last Thursday after spending time in refugee camps before making it to the Slovakian border.
It took us 1 week to get from Kyiv to Orlando.
Now she's getting more acclimated to Orlando, living once again with her host mom.
Thank you, Megan.
Who she first met 20 years ago as a foreign exchange student while attending Apopka High School, and they've kept in touch ever since.
It was such a relief when she walked through those doors. I had been worried, really for weeks, and had kept in touch with her.
Her sons, though, having to adjust to a new life and a new school. How has school been for you all overall here?
Great. We are so appreciated for supporting.
Everybody was super friendly. I like it.
And Mom said Orange County Public Schools helped her easily enroll them Wednesday.
We are really, really grateful to be here, safe. It just breaks my heart to see what is happening to my country.
Yeah, Gerbert says she's been going to therapy and plans to soon enroll her boys too, perhaps also after what she calls the worst nightmare of her life these past few weeks. Her husband is actually living in New York for his startup business.
Fascinating story, Jerry. So what kind of support is there for kids with OCPS from Ukraine?
Yeah, good question. I asked OCPS that same question today. I'm told they make every effort to make sure kids don't have any enrollment delays due to missing documents or other issues, and they work alongside families on a case-by-case basis and make sure kids are connected with organizations that can help them and their families.
Well, thank goodness they are here now and safe.
And safe,
Yep.
Thank you.